Are we there? Are we there? Are we here? Are we live? What's up, guys? Life of Matt here. Some dirty biceps. I'm just fucking around. All right, guys. So, was doing some Guasha here. I'm getting set up. Guasha, for those of you that don't know, is an Eastern medicine scraping technique. Look at that. I'm starting to get some. Oh, did you hear that? That was my shoulder popping back in. That's good. So, Guasha, anyway, back to what I was saying. Guasha is an Eastern medicine technique. A lot of people would know it possibly by, like, scraping. It's called scraping. There are some very specific tools, but really the main premise behind it, if you take it out of an Eastern medicine idea and you put it into a Western medicine idea, is it's myofascial release, similar to foam rolling, similar to any other myofascial release that you can do. So what it is I'll have a variety of tools here. And then in the background, I apologize if you guys hear, I'm watching Peaky Blinders right now. So, ooh, loud noises. I'm gonna go ahead and pause that for just a second though. Move this in a little bit closer. So, what it is, I'm gonna be ready for the show in time. I'm hoping I am anyway. So I'm going to use a couple of things that I haven't typically used before. The main tool that I've always used is just a regular spoon. The next thing that I'm going to try today is just a wooden tongue depressor, and I'll show you why I'm going to use that here in a little bit. I typically use aspartame with lidocaine in it, but we have a couple of different things that I'm going to try out today. One of it is just some generic Arctic ice. It's basically icy hot without the hot part, and so it's just menthol is all that is. For those of you that don't know, icy hot is menthol and capsaicin, basically, and one causes iciness and a cool feeling, that's the menthol. The capsaicin causes the warm sensation. And so the other thing that I've got here, this is not an electrolyte drink. This is a special lotion that my sister made for me. I don't even know what's in it, to be honest. Ew. That's weird. It smells good, though. It smells alright. So I don't know what's in it. She said that she uses it for her scraping sessions. Sorry. She uses it for her scraping. And so we're going to try using it for ours. And see how that goes. Alright, so this is live. I'm going to set you guys down here. I'm going to be out here. Oh, are those abs starting to come in? They are. Look at that. Ooh. They're coming in. Slowly. A couple more weeks and they'll be in. Cali Muscle released a music video. For those of you that don't know who Cali Muscle is, he's a bodybuilder that I follow on YouTube. He is the ex-con to icon gentleman who was in San Quentin for a long time. You can see my little puppy up here. Hey, baby. How you doing? Anyway, he thinks he's a rapper. I found it amusing. Anyway, he has a song called, I think it's called Big Biceps, where he pretty much just says, you want big biceps? Curl, motherfucker, curl. Anyway, he's got all these sales on iTunes, and he's blowing up on Spotify. It's pretty funny. Anyway. Alright, can you guys see? Yeah, you guys can see. You can kind of see that my veins have finally started to come back in as well. So those had disappeared. I wasn't sure if I had them. So the reason that I'm doing this today, or any day, is with my EDS, my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. What ends up happening is I have a lot of buildup because, let me explain this. Sorry, I got kind of confused there for a second. What it is my body doesn't process collagen properly. Or not necessarily that it doesn't process collagen properly, but the collagen that my body produces is not correct. It's not the right. There's something wrong with it. So it's not a deficiency. I'm not low on collagen. It's just the collagen that I do produce doesn't work properly in my body. Now, for those of you that don't know, collagen is the material in our body that causes elasticity. So in other words, it's what causes, if you've got an exercise band, and you stretch it out, it will pull itself back in. That's elasticity. So instead of having elasticity, my joints don't have elasticity. So my ligaments, my tendons, and to some degree, all the other connective tissue in my body, including my heart, my digestive tract, everything in there, has a tendency to not work properly. So because of that, I can do all sorts of crazy. Let's see if I can get a good angle on this. I can turn my elbows completely around there. I can do things like touching I apologize, my wrists really hurt today. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I can touch my thumb to my palm there. My sister can actually, she has the same disorder. She can actually touch the back of her fingers to the back of her hand, or to her forearm. My knees will, a knee will bend like this normally at that 90 degree, like how I'm sitting right now, but my knees will actually bend backwards the other way, which causes a lot of issues. So one of the things that comes along with that is because my static stability, or my joints don't work properly because of the tendons and all that good stuff, the tendons and the ligaments don't hold my joints in place, obviously, as you can see some of the crazy things that I can do. So my muscles have to work overtime just to keep me in place. Forget exercise and all that stuff. I have to, so I end up with all of this liquid built up. I end up with really tight and very, very painful sore muscles. And I also end up with what are referred to as trigger points. So people with fibromyalgia would be very familiar with trigger points. Trigger points are essentially, the basics of it is, yes, they are a muscle knot, but those muscle knots are running over key nerves. Oh, I was going to burp there for a second. These muscle knots go over key nerves in your body. So I have a very large buildup of them in my back right now. I'm actually, I need to schedule a massage appointment soon. But one of the things that's causing, and I also have these trigger points all through my arms, my forearms and whatnot, one of the things that's causing is I'm losing feeling basically from my shoulder all the way down my arms. So there's given points in the day where I can't feel my arms at all. And when I say I can't feel them, think of it like as if my arms had fallen asleep. So I do get that painful tingling. And as the sensation returns, if I manage to shift my body in a way that the nerve isn't getting pinched off, it's very painful as well, as that feeling comes back into it. Right now, currently, my arms are both doing good right now, but my back is currently, as my physiatrist said the other day, all fucked up. And so that's where the majority of my trigger points are right now. And I think a lot of that has to do with a lot of the traveling that I've done over the last few weeks. So my back right now is numb. I can't feel most anything from about the base of my neck just below my shoulder blades, my scapula. So that's just kind of, it is what it is, and this is one of the things that I do to treat that. So I apologize, my head's a little cut off here in the stream, but that's okay because I want you guys to be able to focus and see what I'm doing to my arms. So I'm going to turn my show back on here. This is, to be honest with you, very, very painful, unfortunately. It is what it is. It's very painful. It's more painful, in my opinion, when you do it to yourself, because you can't kind of zone out. You really have to be concentrating on what you're doing. So one of the things that I'll do here is I'll just grab use my little stick here to stir this up. I'm guessing that this has coconut oil in it, just based on what I'm looking at here. Oops, making a mess. It smells like some sort of mixture of maybe some coconut oil, maybe some menthol. Looks like it'll be a good mixture though. So this is kind of what it looks like if I take it out here. It has been sitting in my car for a long time. I've been too lazy to take it out. So I'm going to kind of spread it all over my arm here. And since it is coconut oil, it's got these big chunks, so I'm just going to kind of break those up here. This looks like it's actually going to be very good for what I want to do. You want something, I've had clients talk to me about this before. Well, I can't do that, I have hair on my arms, you don't. Well, the reason that it doesn't hurt me at all is because I use a lubricant. So if you try to dry scrape yourself, yes, I would imagine that would be incredibly terrible. So you want to use some sort of lubrication. And like I said, I usually use the Aspercreme with lidocaine because it provides a bit of a numbing sensation for me. But you guys can use whatever you want. Icy hot works just fine. A lot of professionals that will do this, if you go somewhere to get this done, will use Tiger Balm. I have not personally used Tiger Balm, but I hear it works really, really, really well. So, one of the reasons I want to use, back to this, one of the reasons I want to use as you can kind of see the hypermobility that I have here. Your shoulders aren't supposed to be able to do, you know, if you guys look, it's hard to tell, but if you guys look at my shoulder blades, you know, they wing. It's really hard to tell, but they wing really bad. And I can do all these crazy things with my shoulders that you're not supposed to be able to do. And it's very painful. So anyway, so I'm always conscious, like, you know, most people when they lean down, they, you know, they're like this, but my shoulders just go straight up to my ears, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. The reason that I'm using this is it does have a smaller hard point to it that's rounded to help me kind of get in. So it really helps to know the anatomy of your body for this. And the anatomy is, what I'm looking for right here is there's a tendon that starts up here in the elbow, right here. You guys can kind of see my elbow get all messed up there. But there's a tendon that runs here, and it runs diagonally across the forearm into the lateral edge of your wrist, the outside edge. There's also another one that runs from this side, and it runs over to the inside edge of your wrist. So they cross each other. But you'll see that there's a little canal right here, and there's a little spot right here, and that's where we're going to get most of the release. And I'll show you guys. So we're just going to start scraping. I apologize, I've never used this wood, so I'm not sure if it's going to work. You do need to apply a decent amount of pressure and really scrape downwards. You don't want to scrape towards your heart, because in theory that could push some of the toxins up into your bloodstream and you want it to come out and release. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just the way that I've always done it. That's the way that I was taught to do it. But you guys can already see, hopefully you can see that, all this redness that just from those first few scrapes. I'm really tight right now. In fact, I've been having trouble gripping things for a couple of days now. I just haven't been able to find the motivation to do this. Like I said, it can be quite painful. So don't worry about the red marks. I know I've done other videos about this before, but you guys have never seen me do it live. Don't worry about the red marks. Like I said, all that is the toxins coming to the top, the surface, and I'm going to drink a shit ton of water today to really get that out of there. Now, this tendon runs through here, comes up into my hand, and right in here in my hand is incredibly painful as well. But you can see I haven't been scraping for very long at all. And I've already gotten a really good buildup of stuff out of there. So definitely, I do this probably, I haven't been as consistent with it lately. I usually do this once a week, once every couple of weeks to get some release. I just haven't been lately. So that's probably part of the reason that it's built up as far as it has. I don't know if we're going to get through both my arms here on the live stream. I'm trying to keep my videos somewhere in the 7 to 15 minute range. I did have a slow get start here, so it looks like I'm right about 15 minutes. So we'll probably go about to the 20-minute mark, and you guys will be able to see. So I'll probably be able to finish this one arm for you guys. Realistically, the whole process only takes about 15-20 minutes, depending on how deep you want to get in there. I usually, the first time I do it, so I'll do it today, and then probably in 3 to 4 days, as the redness starts to disappear and those toxins are flushed out, I'll do it again. And so the first time I do it, I try to get a good chunk, so I don't get in super deep. I don't go to the point where I'm actually bruising myself. I just do it enough to get some of the tension and the pressure released. It's a nice quiet day. You guys can see my elbow. Elbows are not supposed to come up and backwards there. And this one's my bad one. See there, I just kind of had to pop it back into place. So I'm gonna need a little bit more liquid, or lubricant. I guess this isn't technically a liquid. Well, it's a little liquidy. Anyway, so we're gonna run that across this side this time. Come on, across here. Gonna rub it in, break up that coconut oil, and what I'm assuming is coconut oil. Knowing my sister, that's likely what it is. She has a lot of very good, she spends a lot of time doing home remedy research for us, which I'm really thankful for. It's really great. Sometimes I will flex because my tissue moves around too easily. Sometimes I'll flex just to make it to where I can dig in just a little bit harder. Not showing off for you guys. Not that there's anything to show off. Sounds like there's something going on out there. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. And while this is a live broadcast, most of you are probably not watching this live. In fact, I don't have any viewers right now. That's okay. I like doing these live ones. They let me record a video, put it up without having to do any editing, which takes up a lot of my time, it would seem. So we're getting in here to the back of the hand, and I'm getting a lot of stuff in my wrist here. I'd actually stopped doing this for a very, very long time, and it wasn't until I ended up in occupational therapy for my right hand that I ended up shooting people on the show, sorry, that I ended up remembering about it, because she would do it only very lightly and not enough to really cause any good. Anyway, so I started doing it more regularly as just something to keep my forearms in better condition. I would love to have this done to my back, but obviously I'm going to have a hard time doing it to myself in my back. While we're chatting, let me talk to you guys. I think I've talked to you guys a little bit, but obviously not everyone's seen all my videos. Oh wow, there's a lot built in right here. Not everybody's seen my videos, so new format of the life of Matt. So this was previously the E3 Athletics channel for my company, for my online coaching company, for those people outside of Thurston County. And now it's just going to be a lifestyle blog for everything that I've got going on in my life, which will be really cool because, and I'm currently working on a trailer for you guys. There's lots to be done, and I'm more focused on business right now than I am on this. And by business, I mean I need to pick up some more clients at the gym. So that's been the priority. So if I have time left over, I've been doing this. Anyway, the plan is going to be that I will record a set of episodes, which I'm actually writing scripts for now. So these live ones, obviously not scripted, but the videos that will be released will actually have, not necessarily like lines, not that type of scripting, but they will be planned out. So that I'm not just firing from the hip every day. So that I think the content will become a lot better for you guys and a lot more viewer friendly, I guess. And we'll get to the point. Like I said a little bit ago, I'm trying to keep the episodes between 7 and 15 minutes for you guys so that you can watch it, get on with your day, get in, get out kind of deal. So that will be the goal going forward. It turns out it's really hard to get good content into 8 minutes because I like to ramble. So that's one thing I've got to work on, is not rambling as much as I do right now, like I'm doing right now. So I'm really surprised my hand, apologize, you guys can't see what I'm doing here. My hand is actually really getting some redness in it. So you guys can kind of see, I'll point it out right here, and then obviously all of this has come in as well. So I'm a little surprised that my hand is, I usually don't get this much out of my hand, I guess is what I'm trying to say. See, there's that, get my point across quickly. Sometimes I'll come up into my fingers. Usually you don't get any markings in the fingers, but there's still stuff in there that will release. So there's no need to, you can do it if you want to. The sensation is not all that great, but it is what it is. This is one of the cases where I'm breaking my rule and I'm going back and forth really quickly. Sometimes if you rub in one spot quickly enough and hard enough, it will release some extra stuff. So, like right here in my thumb, you guys can kind of see, get in there. Rub that back and forth. So, it looks like, honestly, that's about all I'm going to get out of this side. Ooh, look at that. I'm sorry, you guys can't see that, can you? I'm coming in right here. This is what I'm getting right here, and all of this is coming up. So all of this just appeared. So, yeah, definitely really, really, really tight in through here. So after I do this, I am heading to the gym for an hour-long circuit-based training. So I'm going to be doing some legs, some arms, some upper, it's not going to be, really the point of it is to keep my heart rate up and get a full body workout in while getting my heart rate up and doing cardio at the same time. So I think it'll just be a fun way to break up the monotony. which is something that I haven't been able to do lately. Looks like we're right around that 20-minute mark. I'm going to finish the underside of my arm here for you guys so you can see. But we've got all of this all through here. My hair is all fucked up. Anyway. So we've got all of this in here. My hands, the back of my hand here. Get real close here. Right here. All of that. And so. We need some more of this. This stuff is actually working really well. It's a little chunky though. I'm assuming if I had microwaved it, that might not be an issue. But I don't know how the menthol would have reacted. The funny thing is as you do this, because you're releasing all those toxins and releasing all that liquid buildup around and through your muscles, my veins will actually show up more because I've gotten all that liquid, all of that buildup out, so it will actually drain it out and I'll be able to see my veins better. So your vascularity improves greatly from a standpoint of actually being able to see the veins when you do this. It's the same concept of why like a bodybuilder prior to a show will start getting some real deep tissue massages. I apologize, you guys can't see what I'm doing there. Only because I'm hypermobile can I achieve this angle of my arm on camera for you guys. So it has its perks. Anyway, so bodybuilders will engage in deep body massage, or they'll increase the number of deep body massages that they get close to a show, because it does the same thing. It releases some of that liquid, that buildup, that fluid, that's the word I'm looking for, the fluid buildup inside your muscles, inside, you know, and when you release that fluid, it allows your muscle striations to show better, and it also allows your veins to be shown, so that vascularity increases, which everybody wants better vascularity when it comes to bodybuilding. Which, oddly enough, is one thing that people feel, like my wife hates seeing my veins. She does not enjoy that at all. And so it's funny how like people will think that's disgusting, but we in the fitness industry are like, yeah, let's get some more veins. Alright, so honestly this is starting to get really, really fucking painful. So I'm going to do a little bit more in here. One little last rough. Oh, dear Lord. I got a little bit out of it. So I'm going to do my other side now. Watch my show, but as you guys can see, let's head over to the light a little bit better here. As you guys can see, I definitely got quite a bit of the toxins out of there, and I can already feel a difference in my grip. So, hope this was helpful for you guys. This is definitely something you can safely do at home. I wouldn't imagine that you could really screw it up too badly. If you want some more information on Guasha, it's spelled just like it is in the title here, but there's usually an apostrophe, so it's usually G-U-A apostrophe S-H-A. I just didn't put that in the title. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Again, I'll be having videos drop weekly on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with live streams and other smaller videos dropping in between there. So I'm hoping for anywhere between 4 to 5 videos a week for you guys. Hit the subscribe button. A thumbs up for this is always appreciated. I hope you guys have a great day. This is Matt with The Life of Matt. I'll see you guys later.